Ah, είναι τρελός ο Φωτάκης. Είναι τρελός. Πάρε με τον Τζόρτζι στο τηλέφωνο.
Ανάβει.
Λέανδρος.
Oh, Babby, you remember me then?
Of course.
It's been a long time.
Yes, a long time. Come in.
You don't seem pleased to see me, Babby.
I have often wondered, is he alive or is he dead? My English brother. He who fought alongside me during the war.
Well, I meant to write, but always tomorrow. You know how it is. And then, well, as the years went by, I thought perhaps Babby's will have forgotten.
Never. So, what have you been doing with your life?
Too little, I think. Building boats, losing money lately.
You still build boats?
Yeah.
Well, that's a saving anyway.
And there must have been times recently when life wouldn't have been easy for you.
For all honest Greeks. There are always barbarians who would oppress other men. Fighting them is never easy. You should know that from the old days.
From the old days, when we always met, we embraced as friends.
As brothers?
Why am I no longer your brother, Ben?
You are. Nothing can ever change that.
Yet here we are all these years later, making polite conversation like a couple of strangers. What's wrong?
Melina.
Melina?
Do you ever think of her?
Often. Great deal lately. How is she?
She died 4 years ago.
So, Melina's dead.
Her brain tumor. It was very sudden.
I can't believe it. I wrote to her, you know, when I got back to England 3 times, but she never replied.
You wrote to her?
Yes, of course.
Well, if that is so, I can tell you that those letters never reached her. And she also wrote to you, at least once, because I helped her with the English.
Where did you send the letter?
To the War Office in London. We had no other address.
They never forwarded it to me, or if they did, it followed me from posting to posting. Either way, I never got it.
Is that the truth?
Of course it's the truth. Why would I lie about that?
So, you don't know about...
I don't know about what? Oh, come on, Babby, tell me. I want to know. I don't know about what?
Sit down, Andrews. After you were sent back to England in 1944, Melina discovered that she was pregnant. She was carrying your child.
Oh, God.
That is what she wrote to tell you.
And she heard nothing from me.
She thought that you had abandoned her.
I'd never have done that, Babby. I loved her. You know how much. I was coming back, but, you know, when she didn't reply to the letters, I thought she'd changed her mind. I thought that what she really wanted was not to see me again. I didn't know about the child, Babby, believe me.
I do. Now.
And then what did you think?
It was wartime. In a war, a man seeks consolation and moments of forgetfulness wherever he can find them. Then, when the fighting is over...
How did she manage, Babby, here alone on Crete of all places?
Fortunately, she was not alone. You remember Stelios Papadakis?
Yes, he was in the group.
Well, when he saw how distressed she was, he must have guessed the truth. He realized the shame and disgrace which she would suffer here on Crete if she had a baby and no husband. So he asked her to marry him. Melina accepted, of course. She had little choice. So Papadakis went to her family and took the blame for what had happened. Her parents, although they were angry, were most anxious to see them married and quickly.
He must have loved her very much.
Yes, he must. And she was fond of him and very grateful. She was a good wife to him in the little time which they had together. Stelios was killed in 1949, fighting with the army on the mainland.
The child?
A girl. They called her Elena. Ναι.
Συγγνώμη, αλλά είναι εδώ ο κύριος Βαντουλάκης.